What if I told you about a market on Betfair that's designed for goals, and it's one of the most popular markets that there is, and if you use it right, it can produce profits season after season. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about the over 2.5 goal strategy, and it's a strategy that you can use throughout the whole year, okay? And on any match, I'm going to show you how to research the games and all of that stuff. If you don't know me, my name is Ryan Carruthers from the Betfair trading community, where with Adam and Martin, we have helped and spoken to more traders than probably anybody else out there, okay? Because we've been doing this for a very, very long time now. It amazes me how long we've just been doing it. And, you know, I'm a little bit biased, but I think that we've been doing it a little bit better than everybody else as well. And we're working on some really, really cool things as well. It's why over 200 of our members stay with us for nearly a year, which in today's time of everything else costing so much flipping money, I mean, my yogurt has gone up 20p in 2 weeks. It's ridiculous. And I was speaking to one of our members very, very recently, and I was speaking to them about their biggest win, okay? Why have you stayed with us? And he said this, okay? And I think this is really, really key because I consistently hit profitable weeks. Some of my best weeks have been thousands of pounds, all from using your software, which I think is really, really cool and really, really important. Now, what I've been doing with this is a series, okay? So I'm going to be talking about the over 2.5 goal strategy and how you can do all of that, how you can find the matches, how you can look at stats, all of that stuff. But if you want all of the strategies, because what I'm doing with these videos is they are a set, right? There's 10 videos in this set. They're like Pokemon cards. Catch them all, right? You've got to catch them all. I'm really getting back into Pokemon because my little girl has got into Pokemon and she's collecting the cards and we're playing the games together and we're watching it. It's amazing. And also, I really, really like, right, that on the Lay the Draw video, Martin messaged me and was like, what have you done? You've got like 58 comments in less than an hour. And it really, really, really peed him off. And I like that. Now, these are 10 strategies that you can use in 2025 and 2026, right? That are what I have seen people use on Betfair to make a profit, right? If I've spoken to a profitable football trader, they're using one of these strategies. If you comment the word 10 below, I will send you a link to all of the videos, okay? I'm going to put them on a nice little document for you, and I'm going to throw in a few extra things in there as well for you. Because this world of Betfair trading can be a little bit horrible, and there are people out there and around here who are trying to scam you. They're just trying to take your money. So what I'm trying to do with all of these videos is I'm just trying to give you loads and loads of value. Right? The more value I can give you, the better. I'm trying to help you with strategies. I'm going to give you spreadsheets as well so that you can track them. All of the things you need. I am just trying to build a community on this YouTube channel as well. And people will say, yeah, but you're selling us software, you're selling us the dream, blah, 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 all that bull, right? But if you interact with me, if you send me an email, right? If you reply on one of these videos, if you tweet us, watch what happens, right? The best place to always speak to us is via email. And if you want to speak directly to me, just pop FAO Ryan and then email info@betfairtradingcommunity.com, because we're all here to help each other and we're going to interact with you. We're going to help you. A guy very, very recently has just sent me an email and is like, this is going to be a long email. I sent him a 15-minute personal video back helping him just exactly to the point, right? Exactly what he needed. Now, why do I know that this is a good strategy? Because this is a strategy that I have seen people use time and time again. Every time I speak to traders, and I speak to a lot of traders, and I do this on purpose, right? I'm always reaching out to traders. I'm always speaking to them. So many of them use the over 2.5 goals market, right? I'm 37 now. I started trading when I was 18. So I have been around this world for a very, very long time, okay? Now, I'm on a mission to automate my trading. This over 2.5 goals is actually one of the things that I'm looking at. Me and Martin are trying to do some things, but one of my most profitable members at Betfair Trading Community, this is their bread and butter, the over 2.5 goals market. Right? It's what they've been doing. And it allows you, the over 2.5 goals market allows you to get in at various different points as well and get out at various different points. I know some people that get in from the start and then a goal comes and they get out. I know some people that wait and then get in. I know some people that just set and forget it, which means they just place the bet and leave it. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump into the computer and I'm going to start to show you some of the stats that you could look for. Now, I'm also going to then show you how to build out your own 2.5 goal strategy, because a lot of what people do and people need to understand is we're giving you the tools with these videos to build your own strategies so that you can just run away with it and you can be a profitable trader. So I'm going to jump into the computer now. I'm going to share the Betfair Trading Community stats software, and I'm going to start to filter through some matches and show you some of the stats that I think are quite important when it comes to building out your over 2.5 goals strategy. So right now we are in my computer and we are looking at the Betfair Trading Community Stats software. Okay, it's the 15th of September when I'm recording this, and all I've done here is I've just gone into the software and I've gone overall and I've gone average and then I've gone for the goals scored per match. Now, this is how I build out all of my strategies whenever I'm building something out. I grab a pen and a piece of paper and I write down all the things that I think have to happen for that trade to be profitable. So when you're doing the over 2.5 goals, first thing is, well, there has to be 3 goals. So I want to be able to filter for that. So I've just gone for greater than equal to 0, because what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to click apply, right? I'm going to start going through these matches now, because you can see how fast that found the matches. But there's this one that has 4.1 goals on average for the last 10 games. Okay, so that's really, really high. So I would focus on the high ones and then start working my way down and start working through them. Now, one of the other things that I would definitely want to know is if I'm trading this, I want there to be a high percentage of goals in the first half. I want at least 1 goal in the first half, okay? So you can see that now. What I would start to do is start to look at some of these games and see what I can have in common. So this is also 2.75, 65%. So let's start looking at 375. Okay, what else have we got? 2.7, 75, 0.6, 65, 75. Okay, so you can see that 65% in the last 10 games is pretty much a borderline. There's quite a lot of games, right? So that might be one stat that you then look to add into your filter to really, really narrow it down. But that's one stat I'd definitely be looking at as well. So we've got the overall, the average goals, and then we've got percentage of 1 goal in the first half. Okay, I think that's really, really quite crucial. And then you can also start to look at the second half. You can look at the head-to-heads here as well. You can see that. One of the other things that I'm going to look at is the average for the first goal time. So we're seeing here 28 minutes is the average first goal time, which is fantastic, because what this is then telling me is that I know that there's a high percentage chance based on historical data that there is going to be at least 1 goal in the first half. But the first goal comes after 28 minutes. So I might then look to build this out in a way where I enter after, say, 20 minutes. And that might be backed up as well by the price, because the price currently on the over 2.5 is 1.18. That on this selection, this is not a great price for me to want to be able to get in at. So that's going to be factored in. So they're the kind of things that I'm going to be looking at very, very straightforward on this over 2.5s. Okay, then from there, I want to be going into the over 2.5 percentage of the last 10 games. And I can see overall, this is 85% of games in the last 10 have gone over 2.5, which is very, very high. I can also see from the head-to-head that 100% of the recent head-to-heads have gone over 2.5. And then you can toggle that. You can do current season and you can do the last 10 matches and et cetera, so whatever you need. So there's some really, really interesting things there. So for me, the first few things that I'm looking at, Average first goal time. I want to know how many goals on average there's been, and I also want to know the percentage of over 0.5 goals in the first half and the second half, and then that combined figure for the whole match. Because that's really, really going to start to piece together the matches that I need. Now, right now, I haven't mentioned value and all those kind of things because that needs to come. Value is so important, and it is really, really important. But so many people get so stuck when it comes to value. They get so het up on, oh my God, it's got to have value, that they never do any of this. They never go about building an actual strategy, and then you have no idea whether it's going to be value or not. You've got no idea what the strike rate is going to be, so you don't know what the price needs to actually be to break even. You don't even know what value is in this market because you don't know what the baseline is. You don't know anything about it. So many people get stuck, and they do not build any strategies because they're consistently chasing value. And you just need to build something and start tracking the data, and then you can start to see the value and where it actually fits. So what I would then be looking to add in here would be the percentage, the overall percentage of, let's do 0.5, half one, 0.5, and I'm just going to go here, greater than equal to 65, okay, and I'm going to add that in. And then I'm also going to add in the overall percentage of over 2.5, full-time over 2.5, okay? I'm just going to go greater than equal to 0 here, okay, just so I can see it. Now I've got some really, really good data. I can click apply, and it's narrowed down my list, and I can see straight away across the board now the average goals that have been scored. I can see the over 0.5 goals in the first half, and I can see the over 2.5 goals full time. So I can really, really start to then hone in and see, like, this one looks like it could be a good match, or I can start to then go into it and I can start to, pick apart some stats that look quite nice. Again, the average goal time on these are pretty high, 29 here, 23 there, 32 there. This one, 31, 21. So it might mean that 20 minutes might be my piece of data that I would go for. Now, what I would definitely be looking to do from this point on, okay, and I've spoken about this on multiple videos, is that when you're building a strategy, you want to start with that piece of paper, right? What has to happen? That's going to be very different for you and me. And I would let all of those go out onto that piece of paper, let them fall out of your head, and then pick 2 or 3 that you think are really, really important. That's the basis of your strategy, okay? Then what you would definitely want to do then is start to track things, okay? So what time does the first goal go in? What happens after the goal? What's the price for the over 2.5 at the start of the match? 10 minutes, 20 minutes, etc., right? Nil-nils, half-time and full-time, what happens? Track everything that you can think of around that match, because there's something happening there, and the data is going to then connect those dots. And then what you can do is you can look at all of that, and then you can start to go back into this data and start to tweak it, because you might see that the goals are coming for the way that you're picking your matches. You might put, for example, there's your 3 key stats. You might say, do you know what? I want one more in there, and I want the average goal, first goal to be, let's say, greater than 20 minutes, okay? Right. Greater than 20. Add that in, okay? So we're going to apply that. That's now going to be that. And we might say here, do you know what? We're going to lock that in as well. We're going to now tweak that. So we're going to track all of these matches, but anything over 3 point, let's have a look, that 3-1. That one looks pretty good, actually. So we're just going to say, right, anything over 3, we're going to track. We're going to track everything over 3. We're going to ignore these ones, okay? Now you have loads and loads of data around this, now you've got all of this, you're tracking it, you are now able to then see what actually happens in real life with these selections, okay? So you will then start to see what you need to do, what you need to change, what you need to tweak. So then you can come back into here and you can start to add various different things, okay? So we're also going to add like the over. I'm going to add the over 2.5 price into this as well, so I can actually see it all in one thing. Right, apply. Look how fast that is. Boom. So you start to really see some of the better value picks in there straight away. I mean, loads of these are a really good price. Look at this one, right? For example, this is 1.81 to back over 2.5 goals on Betfair right now. And we're looking at the historical 70%, so 7 of the last 10 games combined have gone over 2.5 goals. Admittedly, only 6 have gone over 2.5 head-to-head. And you've also got an average goal time, the first goal coming in after 34. Now that price at 30 minutes is going to be way higher than 1.81. It's also going to let you see what is happening with the match. The beautiful thing with this is you don't need 3 goals. Okay, so this is key, right? You do not need 3 goals. You only need to make sure that your window of your trade is right. Okay, so you get in and then there's a goal or 2 quick goals and then you can get out. Okay, and I talk about this window of opportunity when it comes to trading a lot. And a lot of people don't always understand it, so I'll just quickly explain it for you now. Right? You always have a window of opportunity when you're trading, and that is when you can maximize the profit, when you can make the most profit, or also make the strategy work. So some people might get in from the start of the match, right, on their over 2.5 goals trade. They might take all of these selections right here, and they might go, right, I'm going to get in from all of these at the start of the match, and then start to realize that they don't work because they've got in at the wrong window. But then, because they've done this job and they've started to track it and they've started to see what time the goals are and do all of the work needed, they can actually quite clearly see that they need, the window is from 20 to 60, for example. 20 to 60 minutes is the window that if they get in, then there's a goal and then they can get out and they'll profit. And they can see that historically through their selections work. One of my most profitable members, Mark, he does this on the over 2.5 goals and he splits his stake and he gets in at various different points. And all of this has been worked out by following this exact process, the process that I'm sharing with you right now. Now, I'm more than happy in the comments as well to engage with you. And if there's a stat that you go, Ryan, you need to add that, then please let me know. Please drop me a comment. I'm more than happy to have a discussion, and I think it's great that we do that. We've always built Betfair Trading Community to be one rule, and that is no question is a daft one. So please comment below. And remember, if you are wanting all of the 10 strategies, right, from these series, just comment the word 10 below and I'll give them to you. Because I just want to give you something that can help you. Really easy to follow video like this. And if there is something that you need further explanation on or I haven't explained it, then please do let me know.